Hello friends, myself Ashish Kumar Kataria. I'm working as an assistant professor in chemistry at Department of Chemistry Sri Amolak Jain Vidya Prasarak Mandals, Gandhi College, Kata. And today's topic of the discussion is chemical disasters and its management via green chemistry. So, chemical disaster generally occurs due to the uncontrolled use of the chemicals without any safety and inappropriate knowledge about the chemistry and chemicals. Some of the chemical disasters which occurred in India are Bhopal gas tragedy and Endosulfan disaster. So Bhopal gas tragedy, it was considered as the world's worst disaster, and it occurred in Bhopal on 3 December 1984 at UCIL, Union Carbide India Limited. And the main reason of this disaster was a leakage of methyl isocyanate gas. Over 5 lakh of people were exposed to methyl isocyanate gas, and today in Bhopal 1,20,000 people are still suffering from chronic illness. So this company is making the carbaryl insecticides, and the chemical reaction for this compound carbaryl is methyl amine react with a phosgene gas to give a methyl isocyanate, which further treated with the alpha naphthol to give a carbaryl. So how these incidents have been occurred, or how this disaster have been occurred? So look at this storage cylinder of methyl isocyanate gas, and because of the human error and inappropriate safety, water is inserted into this cylinder, which is stored underground at a freezing temperature, and water and methyl isocyanate gas have a exothermic reaction, which leads to generation of a tremendous heat and a leakage of this cylinder, and methyl isocyanate gas is exposed everywhere. These are the photographs. You see the in first photograph the industrial area, and opposite to this Shantinagar area, and this this Shantinagar area was firstly or easily exposed to this gas, and 2000 people have been dead immediately on the spot. In the second photograph, this is a cylinder in which methyl isocyanate gas was stored. So in third photograph, which is very famous photograph, you have been seen many times in the newspaper, and this is a statue made in the memory of this Bhopal gas tragedy victims. So another disaster is the Endosulfan disaster or Endosulfan tragedy, which occurred in Kasaragod district of Kerala. 7,000 people are affected to this disaster. Endosulfan is a pesticide. It was continually aerially sprayed by the Plantation Corporation of Kerala on the cashew plantation for 20 years, without even once looking into its impact. In 1994, Dr. Mohan Kumar revealed that there is a rising incidence of cases of riding. There was rising incidence of cases of mental illness in Kasaragod district. So this is structure of endosulfan, which is an opioid and insecticides. It is the most controversial agrochemicals, and now it has been banned in most of the country in the world. So look at these photographs. This is how the endosulfan insecticides or pesticides is sprayed aerially on a cashew plantation in a Kasaragod district thrice thrice every year from 1976 to 2001. And this is the impact of this endosulfan. That look at this first photograph image. Uncontrolled growth of head of this baby leads to its death, and this another disabled girl. So why chemical disaster occurs? Disaster occurs due to the inappropriate handling of the chemicals, excessive use of the chemicals, lack of safety, sometimes because of the human error, and most important reason is the lack of knowledge about the chemicals and chemistry. So how to avoid this chemical disaster? For avoiding this disaster, we have to take a proper safety. There is a proper handling of the chemicals. We should have sufficient knowledge about the chemicals and the chemistry which we are using. And most important tool nowadays growing is the use of green chemistry principle. So before synthesizing any compound we have to use green chemistry principle. So generally, what is green chemistry? So green chemistry is a design of chemical products and processes that reduce or eliminate the use or generation of hazardous substance. And these are the 12 best principles of green chemistry given by Dr. Paul Anastas. The prevention of the waste, atomic economy, less hazardous chemical synthesis, designing safer chemicals, safer solvent and auxiliaries, design for energy efficiency, use of renewable feedstock, reduced derivatives, catalysis, design for degradation, real-time analysis, and inherently safer chemistry for accident prevention. So, if we use this tool, we can avoid the disaster as well as there is a loss. Also, we can avoid the loss of the environment. So, generally, what green chemistry or what these principles say that it is about the reducing of the waste material, hazard, risk, energy, and cost. So these are the some remarkable green synthesis which is I just want to mention here is a synthesis of ibuprofen drug, which was previously synthesized in 6 steps and the yield was very low. Nowadays it is synthesized in a 3 step without using hazardous chemical aluminum trichloride and yield is very high, which is 77%. Another remarkable synthesis is supercritical carbon dioxide instead of perchloroethylene in dry cleaning. Thiazolene chemistry is used instead of hazardous tributylene in boat painting. Multi-component reaction catalysis green solvents phenomena has been used in many synthesis processes in industry, which has minimized the time, cost, and pollution. So finally, we can say that if you use green chemistry, then definitely we can avoid or minimize the chemical disaster as well as the loss of the environment.